Joe Hupy. I'm an associate professor of geography, and we're talking about Geography 336, Geospatial Field Methods. The course is related to students needing to go out and gather geospatial data on their own, and it came about because in our geospatial program, the students who were doing the GIS analysis were looking at second and third-hand data sources. But what's being called for in the industry, or for the students who are going on to the graduate level, is for students to know how to gather geospatial data on their own. And that involves knowledge of a fairly robust set of geospatial data collection tools, such as GPS devices. Now, this isn't a GPS device that you think of that you go and buy from Shields to show you where your hunting blind is. These are very, very robust devices that, in the case of our survey grade GPS, can take 1 millimeter accuracy, down to 1 millimeter. They also are involved with learning proper navigation methods, a variety of different survey techniques, just basically a set of tools and tool set knowledge to engage in geospatial data collection. Unmanned aerial system, doing it safely, doing it right. And that's the gist of what I'm going to talk to you about right now. So one of the things that you'll notice there is that we have a flying wing in this case. And we have a bunch of different stuff out. This is for the first person view, so this is where you can look on this little monitor and you can see what it's flying. You'll also notice that we're out in a very, very remote location because we're doing testing work. And we have this, but we also have a very large field to launch that in. As a geographer, what we're looking at is not something that can just fly around. What we're looking at is as a tool to collect data in an automated fashion. So in that lecture, what we're doing is we're looking at the two main platforms, such as a multi-rotor or a fixed wing, and then we're talking about the different sensors that you can put on there that can capture everything from the RGB or the color images that you see to near infrared, which gets into assessing soil moisture or crop health, to where now what we're exploring is even things like thermal infrared, where you can look at heat coming from an object, or even atmospheric sensors. So students were learning about that, and then following that activity they went and they actually were on flight simulators and they were looking at how some of these platforms behave in different environmental conditions. I would like them to come out of the class with an understanding of what tools are needed to gather different forms of geospatial data. They're not going to become experts in any one of these areas, but when they enter the workforce and when they enter their graduate career, they're going to have the knowledge of what you need to have to get the job done.